Chapter 15. My Angel's Pandora Box. Every failure is your maturity opportunity. Frank was learning how to gain strength for himself so he could climb out of the trenches that were the lowest parts of his life. His relationship with Desiree sunk because he accepted the role of a man even though he wasn't fully educated on the logistics of how a real man operates. He only was a man by age, appearance, sex, and bringing money home, until an angel named Trinity flew into his world and filled the gaps in his upbringing with 3 sets of blessings. Trinity was a stable woman with a strong personality. He approached Trinity with caution based on the experience gained from his previous relationship. He didn't want to repeat the same scene over again. Frank loved her to death, but she scared him more than anything at the same time. She frightened him because she actually took care of him. He couldn't figure out why any woman would love him unconditionally when he originally lacked so much. Another reason her love caught him off guard was because he was used to taking care of himself. He had never experienced someone loving him on such a level. The first set of blessings Trinity gave him included knowledge and wisdom in the empty areas of his life. She nurtured areas of his life that no woman had ever visited before. She satisfied a gap that even his mother couldn't fill. She blessed him with endless amounts of unconditional love, as well as giving him a different perspective on family due to the togetherness of her own family. Trinity continued to mature as a woman, while Frank still struggled with his transition into manhood. However, she still nurtured him in every area she could. When you go from having no one love you to someone flooding you with affection, it'll scare you at first. The lack in your previous relationships will make you feel like you don't deserve this person. The second set of blessings Trinity gave him included wedding rings and knowledge on how to co-parent with Desiree since he didn't have custody of Anastasia. Frank was very uncertain of where his future with Trinity would go if he continued to lack knowledge. So, they both attended marriage counseling to polish their relationship to the best of their ability. They had a pastor give them guidance on marriage so they could strengthen their stability. Also, they were given the ability to learn what sacrifice, commitment, and marriage really meant. Marriage counseling was contagious to Frank because it was giving him answers to so many things a father was never there to tell him. Men can do things like this early in their relationship with a woman they want a future with. It'll break fatherless chains that have been shackling their family down for generations. If nobody in your family has ever been married and you continue to marry based on lack of knowledge, then your honeymoon might be a trip to divorce court. If you prepare yourself prior to marriage, you'll get the truth of how to become whole, and it becomes easier to accept the person you are meant to be with. It'll help men tap into their wives' natural instincts. They'll learn how to harness their emotions instead of hurting them from a series of misunderstandings. Although Frank was once a mistake in the making, he always yearned for ways to fill the gaps in his life that were never nurtured. He was Trinity's Pandora box because his life was flooded with mistakes. There was still a small speck of hope swimming in the puddle of his past tears, and it forever shape-shifted the future of his family legacy.
Have you found your Trinity? They're a reflection of your soul and are in love with your passion. but loved you enough to not rush into a relationship.